Hey everybody. Just wanted to do a quick video. This video is really not for anybody but me because I want to kind of get this marked down for history if I'm right. Um, by the way, hello everyone. How is everybody? Hope they're good. I'm doing well. Um, this is about the Khashoggi murder. Of course, the journalist, the Saudi Arabian journalist who was murdered in Turkey, in the embassy in Turkey. And the world found out about this. Let us not forget how the world found out about this murder was the president of Turkey, or prime minister. I'm uncertain. Erdogan does a press conference and blames the gentleman that you're seeing on the screen, Mohammed bin Salam, for it, and says that they have audio tape of it. And he does this in a very public way. As a matter of fact, he didn't do it in this kind of underneath ground way where you might expect, where you go to the American government or whatever, or maybe the Turkish government goes and talks and has a conversation with them. No, very public, extraordinarily public, and very loud. Then all of a sudden, hell crashes down on MBS, Mohammed bin Salman. And this is something I find interesting because now we have the CIA doing a presentation, a word type presentation, a slideshow about what they have about bin Salman doing this murder or being in charge of this murder at the embassy in Turkey, at the Saudi Arabia embassy in Turkey. The CIA has come out with guns blazing against MBS. Now, MBS is a piece of shit. He's the one essentially that's leading this war in Yemen in a lot of ways. And he eliminates his rivals, and he's not the best guy in the world. I mean, let's be honest, he's a prince, so he's a piece of shit to begin with. He, born into a royal family, but he did usurp the people, his own family members that should have been in charge in his country. And coincidentally, those folks that should have been in charge or should have been in the line of succession before MBS were also the ones. One particularly was the CIA's boy. They wanted him in. He didn't get in. MBS usurps him, and now the CIA has never really liked MBS. And now it seems to me, and that's why I'm making this video, that this is a soft coup of sorts. I think they killed the journalist. I think this is the Central Intelligence Agency working with the Turkish government and the Turkish intelligence agencies. They basically lured this journalist into the embassy, killed him. Probably, this is all speculation, but they probably lured him in, and there was a CIA asset in the Turkish embassy, etc. You also have some of the weird, quote unquote, evidence of MBS's involvement, like the communication on the telephone back and forth to Saudi Arabia, with not directly to MBS, but others that the CIA claims exists. And every embassy, anybody that works in an embassy and everybody in the world that knows anything about embassies knows that they're bugged. They're bugged by the country they're in. They're usually bugged by every other country. It's old jokes about the embassies being, being bugged in World War II, or not World War II, excuse me, during the Cold War, how each side was listening and there were other countries listening to countries listening in. So this to me is a CIA coup, a hard soft coup, meaning they killed the journalist, and now they want MBS out. I don't think they can get close enough to get rid of MBS. I don't know if he's, who knows why they chose to go this route. But my thought process is pretty simple on this one, that the CIA, this is a soft coup. Now you have Lindsey Graham, who is a complete tool of the CIA. And by the way, I mean, Lindsey Graham is coming out here and he loves what the CIA is doing. He loves Gina Haspel, and he loves all the shit that's going on. And he's blaming MBS, and MBS is a monster and all this. And he's playing his part because that's what Lindsey Graham does. But Donald Trump has no idea what's going on here. If I almost think that it adds to my file of evidence about why I think this is a coup, and I have other reasons, but I won't go into it in this video. It would take longer to explain. But Trump has no idea what's going on, and this almost gives credence to my theory, because the CIA has got this whole sideshow going, and Trump's like, "Hey, they're giving us $200 billion here. We don't get rid." It's all about money with Trump, and he has no idea that the CIA is trying this coup. They're keeping him out of the loop. Would you tell Donald Trump anything about national security or secrets ever? Because you'll see it in a tweet in the middle of the night while he's taking a shit and he's on Ambien or whatever the fuck he's on, and he's texting and tweeting about it. If you're the intelligence agencies, it's the CIA, because the CIA's job, never forget, is to collate information. They get all these from these 17 other agencies, intelligence agencies, and they collate that information, and then they present it to the president or act on it or whatever. So I think Trump being out of the loop on this one even gives more credence to my notion that the CIA, this is a CIA soft coup. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope everyone's doing really well. And we'll see. I don't know if we'll ever see if I'm right. We're probably in like 5 or 6 years, 10 years, somebody will write a book about it. Like Seymour Hersh will write something and he'll say, no, the CIA actually was working in with the Turkish embassy. And so it'll be verified probably in a few years, but at least I'll have it on documented evidence that was my theory, at least going in. Because the wide-eyed naivete of people like Sam Cedar, who I love, people like that who are in kind of the left fringe, not fringe, alt left, but you know what I'm saying. They are buying the CIA's bullshit hook, line, and sinker about this guy. I mean, they are helping. They're being useful idiots. They are helping the narrative. And I think why would you trust what the CIA is saying? Think about all the machinations. Think about all the overthrows. Think about all the shit the CIA has done that you can prove that's in the New York fucking Times. Go read a Chomsky book about what the CIA does. And now the CIA has come out and their guns blazing against MBS. The Turkish president comes out, Erdogan comes out in a press conference and blames him the most public way you possibly can. This is to overthrow him. And we'll probably find out in the months coming why and what's really going on. It's Yemen. It's a lot of other shit. It has something to do with Iran. So thank you for listening again, and let's see if I'm right.